They may say that beauty is only skin deep, but millions of cosmetic procedures are performed in the United States each year. For some, vanity becomes an obsession and going under the knife an addiction. That's what critics say drove television reality TV star Heidi Montag to dramatically alter her appearance. But as she told my colleague Juju Chang, it may not be that simple.
Hollywood and its beauty obsession. Whatever it takes, stardom at all costs.
Nice to meet you. I'm Juju.
I'm Heidi.
But Heidi Montag isn't an actress or a singing sensation yet.
Hello.
Simply put, she is famous for being famous.
Do you just not think about anyone but yourself?
It all started on MTV's The Hills and her recent disastrous stint on the reality show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
It completely took off all my labels and everything on my dry shampoo.
She and her husband, Spencer Pratt, have become marketing masters, selling themselves at every turn, in print, on radio, and on TV.
A view of the hills.
A view of the hills,
That's
yes
fantastic.
it is.
But Heidi has been hiding from the camera since November because she's done something drastic. This 23-year-old woman has dramatically reshaped her face and body.
So you're telling me that a triple D isn't enough?
Well, it doesn't look very big, you know, in real life.
Big is in the eye of the beholder, Heidi.
That's true. That's very true, too.
She spent 10 hours under the knife getting 10 different plastic surgery procedures. This is what she looked like before the surgery. Now, look at her on the cover of this week's People magazine.
Yeah, I had my legs liposuction on the inside and outside, but it wasn't really to take out the fat. It was more just to contour the legs. And then I had my back scooped out a little bit to help give a curvier look, and then a little bit on the sides too.
Really?
Yes.
Breast implants, a brow lift, Botox, a nose job revision, fat injections in her cheeks, chin reduction, neck liposuction, and had her ears pinned back too.
When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
I see improvement.
A lot of people are saying, well, she's an addict. She's addicted to fame. She's addicted to plastic surgery. How do you respond?
I'm not addicted. If I were addicted, I would have had 10 plastic surgeries and look like...
You did have 10 plastic surgeries.
Well, I mean 10 times. I really had 2 different surgeries. I had one 3 years ago, and then I had one that I had several procedures done weeks ago. If you're addicted to something, you have to do it all the time, not once every couple years, if even.
If not addicted, admittedly obsessed.
Before I went into my surgery, I was obsessed because I had to look through hours of photos of which boob size I wanted and Playboy.
You could do that?
You know, I did do that. I did for hours, and looking at which size and how it looked and what it would look like on my body.
But that sounds unhealthy to me.
Right, but you have to be prepared for your surgery. So if you're going to do surgery, it's like doing research, you know, for a paper that you're writing.
But why go in at all? Montag says one reason is that she was teased about her looks as a child. But also, Heidi Montag wants to become a pop star.
One of the things you talked about in the People magazine article was this idea that you're entering the world of music as well, and that you feel like you're competing with the likes of Britney Spears. How do you feel about that? In terms of the plastic surgery?
You know, I am trying to be a pop star, and I just have my album that came out, and it's a very cutthroat business. And when Britney was in her prime, it was her sex appeal that sold. And without that sex appeal, I don't know if she would have had the career she would have had.
We're getting literally hundreds of calls from patients who want the Heidi Montag bombshell look, I guess.
Her surgeon, Dr. Frank Ryan, defends his patient's decision and says it's not uncommon in Hollywood.
And where do you draw the line? I mean, because a lot of people are saying, Heidi was so beautiful before the surgery. Why give a beautiful 23-year-old girl that much plastic surgery?
Well, I disagree that's that much plastic surgery. Many of these are little tweaks and little things that we did. These are all kind of small things.
But some hospitals don't recommend elective plastic surgeries to extend beyond 6 hours due to complications. Montag's lasted 10.
Did you have to do 10 all at once?
If it's safe to do it together, which it is, in a young, healthy 23-year-old, we opted to do it together.
Montag says recovery was difficult.
I almost died after the procedures. I went to an aftercare place and I was in so much pain, so they gave me more Demerol, but I'm so small that I think they gave me too much, and I almost stopped breathing. I was taking like 5 breaths per minute, and they had to put an oxygen mask on me, and they had to take me off the Demerol.
You are very much an idol to young girls. You are on the cover of a magazine, you are a big name in Hollywood, and these young girls are reading what you say about Triple D isn't big enough, that I wasn't pretty enough. What kind of message does that send to young girls?
Well, my main message is that beauty's really within.
But that may be your message, but that's not the message you're sending with all of this.
I'm in a limelight, I'm in a different industry, and I have to do things that are going to make me happy at the end of the day.
Montag's new album is ironically titled Superficial.
Please tell me you didn't get plastic surgery to promote the album.
Oh no, that's all God's timing.
She says she and her husband spent $2 million of their own money producing the album. And with the surgeries that cost $30,000, she says they're now broke.
I actually have a producer on my album who worked with Michael Jackson.
But the question is, do you have the same talent?
I have all the same producers, you know, I have all the same. So the quality of the music is just as good. It doesn't matter if you like me or not.
Can you sing something for us?
No, that's on the album. You got to get that featured.
You don't have to sing something off the album. Can you sing a little something, something?
I rather not. I just got a lot of surgery, so my jaw and everything is still very delicate.
Singing career aside, Heidi is certainly talented when it comes to perpetuating her own fame.
I mean, that's a lot of people think
wrong?
This is what's wrong with American culture, is precisely what you said, that you think it's an honor to be famous for being famous.
Well, I think it's an honor to get a paycheck in any way, shape, or form. I think that...
Really? You think...
Well, not any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
Let me clarify. For me, I'd rather be getting a paycheck for being famous than working at my parents' restaurant.
But I would argue that there's virtue in the hard work. I would rather work at the restaurant.
But that would be your path.
Whatever the path, it remains to be seen if what Montag did to her body will help her get the success she's after.
Why is everybody getting surgery, you know? It goes back to the beginning of Hollywood, and I think one of the keys here is honesty is very important. I could have easily swept this under the rug, never commented about it, never said anything about it, but that would be a lie.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang.